racing day, so loud out here I can't hear a thing. Man, the fans are going wild. And these drivers came to rock, and no place else but Fox knows how to do it NASCAR style.
Boogity, 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 let's go racing, boys!
Hey now, here we go, race day. Don't you be going slow. Keep that pedal down on the floor. Push it till the crowd can't take no more. Then hey, since the flag came down, be here to the last lap around. Worked all week, it's time to play. Gonna get a little bit sideways. Hey, since the flag came down, be here to the last lap around. Worked all week, it's time to play. Gonna get a little bit sideways.
Hello everyone, welcome to Daytona Beach, Florida, where we're getting set to go 500 miles in NASCAR's pinnacle event, the Daytona 500. Most sports get their biggest event of the year done at the end of the year, but we like to do things a little differently here in NASCAR. We get it done right off the bat. 29 drivers will start today's event, but only one will etch their names in the history books, alongside the likes of Dale Earnhardt Sr. and 7-time winner Richard Petty. It looks like they're just about finishing up the pre-race ceremonies, so we will bring you trackside for the command to fire engines.
The most famous words in motorsports are Grand Marshal Richard Petty.
Gentlemen, start your engine.
And as the pace car leads them off pit road, let's take a look at our starting lineup. Jimmy Johnson was fastest in qualifying. Outside of him is Jeff Burton. Dale Earnhardt Jr. starts inside row 2 after winning the Gatorade Dual qualifier. Denny Hamlin joins him on the outside. Row 3 is Marcus Ambrose and Clint Boyer. Marcus Ambrose will be in the 08 car all year long. Row 4 has Ryan Newman and Matt Kenseth on the outside. Row 5, Brian Vickers and Jeff Gordon, a 3-time winner of this race. Row 6 has Jamie McMurray and Kyle Busch. Row 7 has Elliott Sadler and Bobby Labonte, now driving for Westbrook Motorsports. Row 8 is a pair of Roush Fenway cars, Greg Biffle and Carl Edward. Row 9 has Kurt Busch and rookie Sean Gossett, who is making his first career start here at Daytona. Row 10 on the inside is Brad Keselowski and veteran Mark Martin. Row 11 is Robbie Gordon, now driving for Red Bull Motorsports, and defending champion Tony Stewart. Row 12 has Martin Truex Jr. and Juan Pablo Montoya. Row 13 is Casey Kane and David Reagan on his outside. Row 14 is David Rudiman on the inside and Joey Logano. And finally, row 15 is Kevin Harvick. The pace car is going by one last time. We're going green this lap.
Reach up there and pull those belts tight one more time! Boogity, boogity, boogity! Let's go racing, boys!
Car on the wall, that's the 09 of Sean Gossett. Looks like he's okay, no caution. Meanwhile, Ryan Newman steals lap 1 with a push from Kyle Busch. Here comes his brother, Kurt Busch, who's going to the lead with a push from his teammate, Brad Keselowski. You're riding on board with Kyle Busch. Looks like we've got a 4-car breakaway of Kurt Busch, Brad Keselowski, Denny Hamlin, and Jimmy Johnson. Riding on board with Brad Keselowski as he makes a switch to keep his engine cool. Speaking of engines, Marcus Ambrose looks like he might be blowing up. He's got in clean air. He's going to save it. Tony Stewart's coming to the front. He's got a push from 3 different cars. And here comes Richard Childress Racing down the middle. We've got a 4-wide situation going in the back. I don't know if that's going to work, and it doesn't. The big one strikes at Daytona. Jamie McMurray had a hard hit to the inside wall. Looks like his day is done. Ryan Newman, Martin Truex Jr., and Greg Biffle are also going to be out of this one. Their cars are totaled. Looks like Brian Vickers and Juan Pablo Montoya will make it to the garage. They might be able to fix it, but they will go several laps down. So here come the leaders down pit row for what should be the final pit stops of the day. Everyone should be able to go on fuel from here. Jimmy Johnson's pit crew is going to go to work here. Jimmy says the car is a little bit tight. They're going to put 2 cranks of wedge in it and hope that the car loosens up a little bit. Looks like Jeff Burton wins the race off pit road. Let's listen to Sean Gossett's spotter as he runs through the wreck.
4 wide right there, 4 wide. Come on, stay in it, stay in it.
Looks like he just barely misses the wall, but he's got some damage on it. Joey Logano's crew is going to get his car out. Doesn't look like there's too much damage. He will stay on the lead lap. It looks like Gossett's crew has the damage patched up. If he hurries, he can stay on the lead lap before we go green. The pace car dives onto pit row. We're going to go green flag, restart on lap 8. Jeff Burton leads that lap. He's got a 4-car breakaway he's working on, but here comes Jimmy Johnson on the outside with 3 cars. You're riding along with Mark Martin pushing Dale Earnhardt Jr. Looks like that group is coming to the front. Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s crew gets up side by side with Jeff Burton and his 4-car tandem. Here comes Dale Jr. on the outside. Looks like he's going to get a nose in front of Jeff Burton. See Clint Boyer peek his nose out to get some air into that car. Dale Earnhardt Jr. led that lap. Junior Nation is on its feet. You also saw Brian Vickers and Juan Pablo Montoya come out of the garage. They are 6 laps down. Here comes Jimmy Johnson, and Jimmy Johnson gets loose. Great save by Jimmy Johnson, but Tony Stewart is going to come to the front. Mark Martin makes a move to the middle with 2 to go. Tony Stewart led that lap, but Mark Martin and his 4-car crew are getting out to a huge lead. White flag this time by. When is Denny Hamlin going to make his move? There he goes to the outside. Kyle Busch is going to push him. Bobby Labonte goes with Mark Martin. And it's Mark Martin, a bridesmaid no more. He is your winner at Daytona. Mark Martin getting congratulations from his Hendrick Motorsports teammates. Let's take a look at the margin of victory here. It's about 3/4 of a car length. Very close finish. Almost reminiscent of 2007 when Mark Martin had the victory stolen from him by just about that length. But after 28 tries, Mark Martin finally gets to victory lane in Daytona. Here are the unofficial results from today's race. Mark Martin finally gets a Daytona 500 win. Denny Hamlin's going to come in second, and Bobby Labonte, Kyle Busch, and Tony Stewart round out your top 5. Then it's Joey Logano, Robbie Gordon, David Rudiman, David Reagan, and Kevin Harvick. In 11th is Carl Edwards, then Jeff Gordon, Jimmy Johnson, Jeff Burton, Marcus Ambrose, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Clint Boyer, Casey Kane, Matt Kenseth, and Kurt Busch. Then it's Elliott Sadler, Brad Keselowski, Sean Gossett, and Juan Pablo Montoya and Brian Vickers, who finished 6 laps down. And then your DNFs, Jamie McMurray, Ryan Newman, Martin Truex Jr., and Greg Biffle. We'll take a look at the point standings. Pretty much the same as your finishing order. There are a few mix-ups thanks to laps led and most laps led. See, Mark Martin led a lap. Tony Stewart also led a lap. Most laps led goes to Jeff Burton, who is tied for 12th in the points right now. Those 2 bonus points for leading most laps actually puts Jeff Burton ahead of Jimmy Johnson, even though he finished 1 position behind. And everyone else here, you see Elliott Sadler, Brad Keselowski, Sean Gossett, they've got some work to do to get back up to the front, but it's very early in the season and they've got a lot of time to do it. Well, thanks for joining us in this broadcast of the 2012 Daytona 500 in the Goodyear Cup Series inaugural season. It's going to be a great season, and we hope you can join us next time in Phoenix. We'll see you then.